Hey everybody, welcome back. We are going to take a look at the concept of hand switches. Now, we already have several videos on our technical fields of thought on hand switching. This video is a little bit different. It's more of a concept standpoint. If I watch a ton of security camera footage and things like that, it is very, very low percentage. You're going to see a lot of good quality hand switching, tactical hand switching, strategic hand switching, whatever you want to call it. So you can make a pretty decent argument like, hey, why do you spend so much time doing hand switching drills in the KCC curriculum if it's a pretty low percentage thing that's going to go ahead and happen? The answer to that's, I don't know, 3 or 4-fold. You could throw up a coin and just say like, hey, it does happen, so we might as well train for it. However, what I think is one of the greatest benefits of training hand switching is that it forces you to train ambidextrous. Right? Ambidextrous in the terms of like I'm working the right side of his body and the left side of his body, and it forces that style of training and understanding of leverage on both sides. So yes, if we look at like, let's say our front side 2-on-1 hand switch, and he makes his hand switch here, I go to this position, I cross to the other side, and I go to here, okay? Well, one, I'm following the blade, that's good to know, I'm gaining an awareness of where the blade's going at. What this is making me do is have a good, solid front side 2-on-1 against his right arm, and if he transitions, being able to transition over and have a good, solid front side 2-on-1 on his left arm, okay? Same exact thing with the outside 2-on-1. I have my outside 2-on-1 here. He goes to make his transition. Not only am I learning how to possibly mitigate and control from different places here, but he goes ahead, he gets that, and now it's forcing me to transition from an outside 2-on-1 on the right to potentially, when he rips his arm out of the way, an inside 2-on-1, or again, back to a front side 2-on-1 on the outside here on the left. And then as I move my way to the outside and run this drill again, he comes across, grabs, I'm grabbing, cross the body, right to the front, right back to the outside there. So it's forcing me to actually work ambidextrous. I think that's such a huge piece of the puzzle, because if I understand and have almost equal training time on the left side and the right side, I elevate my ability to adapt, to be able to understand things. Whether it's from grappling or striking or self-defense, we have a tendency to train one-sided, to favor our one side, right? And we'll make jokes about it like, oh man, I'm gonna try my dumb side and see what happens. If we spend some time going through the rudimentary positions and transitions, it allows us to work both sides. So I'm a huge fan of hand switching drills, even if you want to go, hey, hand switches never happen, it's BS and all that, to learn and force you to work both sides of the body. So I'm not spending all of my training time against the only style thing, which is on the right side. The other benefit of hand switching, or learning and drilling hand switching, is if I can work the right side and the left side, I am more likely to be comfortable dealing with support hand issues. So there's plenty of videos of when people do go to stab, they'll grab shirts, or they might frame with a slightly extended arm to create the space that they need to go. Well, if I've spent all my training time working the right side, and I haven't spent a ton of training time working the left side, it's a bigger leap for me to start working the support hand. So if he frames to go to draw that blade, and I've never worked like a shuck or an outside 2-on-1 on the left side, I may lose the opportunity to move around the back, versus what a lot of people find themselves in, and we can show you countless videos of this, where they're getting framed out and they're here reaching or here trying to get away, or he holds my shirt and I'm just moving. By forcing people to work ambidextrous, work the right side of the body and the left side of the body, and not only work right and left, but be able to transition in the middle of a situation from the right side to the left side, we're starting to teach people, we're opening up their ability to answer more questions and be more comfortable working on both sides. So all of our hand switching drills, we have some technical aspects to them for sure. We run them into flow drills. But the most important part, in my opinion, is we're teaching people how to work both sides of the body, and we're teaching people to start being comfortable working the weapon hand and the support hand, which is super cool. So hand switches inside of drills, once you've learned the basic positions, hand switches inside of drills, in my opinion, are a huge advantage in training. And they really expand your ability to feel energy, move energy, manipulate it, and all that kind of fun stuff. So play around with it. Check out some of the drills we do in the KCC program, and we'll see you guys next time.